Fire Emblem is back, and this time it takes the turn-based formula into new territory. One part Persona, one part Game of Thrones, and the classic turn-based combat and support system you come to expect from the Fire Emblem series itself. Three major gameplay components, all of them working lockstep to give a long-running franchise a fresh, unique experience great for veterans or newcomers alike. Fire Emblem Three Houses takes place in the continent of Fodlan, a country divided into three kingdoms that are all connected by the Garrick Mach Monastery. The monastery is home to the Officers' Academy, which after a twist of fate finds your character, named Byleth by default, or Lord Swaggy the Purple, whichever name you prefer, ending up as a professor for the upcoming school year. To say anything more than that would really betray one of the best stories in recent Fire Emblem titles. The relationship you will build with your students, comprised of nobles, heirs, and commoners of each of the game's kingdoms, will provide a huge range of stories and drama. The core structure powering this narrative is completely unique from any previous game in the series. Adopting a school calendar structure not too dissimilar from the kind you'd expect in a Persona title allows for a completely new take on traditional Fire Emblem plot lines. As a new professor, the house you decide to instruct will be with you the entire school year. As that school year progresses, you will have the freedom to walk around the monastery and interact with students and other teachers. As your professor rank increases, you will get more action points to use on special activities. Things such as fishing or gardening don't take up a turn, but participating in a group meal or specialized instructions will. This aspect of the game, being on the ground level not just with your students, but the entire monastery and all who stay in it, really bring a level of care and weight to all of the support systems and dialogue Fire Emblem has always excelled in. Combat, the meat of any Fire Emblem, also goes through a couple of major changes. Traditional games in the series usually have predetermined classes for each character to grow into without much in the way of flexibility. This time, however, that changes. Each student has several skills that can be leveled up via direct combat or training at the school. If you want a student to get good at spears, give them a spear and let them go to work. Each student definitely comes with a default starting set of gear and skills that feels like the game is leaning over and saying, hey, come on, you know you want Ingrid to be a knight. However, this new system allows you to respond with, yeah, but what if she was a dark mage instead? When it comes time to get promoted, the student must pass an exam. The chances of passing that exam are based on how far those skills have progressed toward that class. A promotion to a paladin, for example, may require that sword, riding, and land skills are all of a certain skill level. This type of system allows for a lot of creativity and exploration of certain skills and combat scenarios that create a very personalized and dynamic feel to the overall campaign. It's a great new spin on the traditional class structure. My House of Blue Lions and a friend's may be completely different, and every player will always feel like they're playing the right way. The second major shift in combat is the weapon triangle system, or should I say the lack of one. Now, certain classes definitely have their strengths and weaknesses, but the old rock, paper, scissors format is no longer going to dictate how you design your army composition. Bringing all of these elements to life are the game's incredible production values. After having the last several titles forced to be on a handheld, Fire Emblem Three Houses comes to life on the Switch like it hasn't in a long time. The game's fantastic visuals keep pace with the gorgeous animated cutscenes. The game's massive cast is also brought to life by one of the most impressive voice ensembles I can recall. Even minor characters have a lot to say, and the journey every character takes is really brought to life by each actor's performance. Three Houses even has a really great selection of new Game Plus content, and the diversity each house brings to your campaign to make it one of the most replayable games in the franchise. However, the game isn't perfect. Playing the game on the classic setting, even on hard, is far easier than previous titles. On my normal campaign, the only time I ever lost a character was because I wanted to see what would happen if a student died. It's been an issue plaguing many Japanese developed RPGs in the last handful of years, but considering the threat of enemies and managing each unit in combat is a major part of the Fire Emblem experience. The fear and drama of losing a favorite party member, deciding on when the best time to train a unit via combat versus the risk of losing them if you make the wrong move. That drama and fear was non-existent through my time with the game. Now, data miners have discovered rumors of multiple difficulty levels that are going to be coming in the future, but something as crucial as this should have been part of the core gameplay experience. Also, when I did lose my student through sheer curiosity, their death wasn't treated with any fanfare. Despite some characters I lost being pivotal and important in everyone's lives, they just seemed to vanish. No funeral, no mention, not even a tribute like the bar in XCOM. Nada. Despite those small but significant issues, it didn't end up taking away from the great campaign and my investment with all the characters of my house. The combat losing its edge also didn't stop my overall enjoyment of its combat. I appreciated all the great animations and the new systems and just seeing some of my elite units in action. Fire Emblem Three Houses makes some big changes, but in reinventing itself has found a way to create something new and fresh. A great game for veterans, some additions to ease in the new audience, and one of the best turn-based tactical games in a series full of some already. I give Fire Emblem Three Houses an 8.8. Once again, the summertime has been proven to be a great time to release games, and Fire Emblem really does shine, especially if you have the Switch. There's no reason not to take that dive and experience it for the first time, or if you're a returning veteran like myself, and keep going in. I hope everyone enjoyed my review. 1,500 subscribers, really quick. Just want to thank all of you. I literally can't do it without y'all, so I appreciate it. Stay tuned because we have a big review for some other titles coming up, and the fall season is just getting started. I hope everyone enjoyed the review. I'll see all of you next time, and have a good one, everybody.
Whatever comes to pass, please swear to cut a path that is your own.